So this is the first time I go live with you guys. It's a bit scary and it's a bit difficult. I feel shy, but I will get used to it. So let me see who's here, if there's anyone here. In any case, I will start because this is going to be like a usual lesson that I do. But today we will be talking about Easter and the Lebanese habits and cultures. So one second, let me fix my camera because this started suddenly without even me knowing it. Okay, so to begin with, happy Easter everyone. I hope you are all good. I hope you are safe, and hopefully next year will be a much better time and year to all of us. I am going to start by talking about the different habits that we have in Lebanon, and not everybody. And you know, in Lebanon we have so many denominations, and each denomination has a different you know, culture or habit. Denominations, by the way, in Arabic is in the singular form it's taife, and it's in the plural form we say tawaif. Tawaif. When it comes to Easter, I will just talk about the main three denominations that celebrate this. We have Taifet al-Rum and Taifet al-Muarne, and we have also Taifet, where I come from originally, Al-Arman Orthodox, Catholic. So the main thing you should know for now is that in Arabic, Taife is a denomination. Tawaif is groups. So I'm gonna say the first thing we do before reaching Easter. So the different steps that we go through before we get to the Sunday, so to Easter Sunday. The first one is what we call Khamis al-Sakara. Khamis al-Sakara. So Khamis is Thursday. Sakara is drunk people, in the plural, drunkards. I think that's how you say it in English. Khamis al-Sakara. In the singular form, we say Sakir in Arabic, the person who's always drunk and like that. So Khamis al-Sakara is the Thursday of the drunkards. That's how literally it means. It's the Thursday, the last Thursday before the Lent starts, where families meet and eat a lot of meats and a lot of food, and they drink as well a lot of alcoholic drinks, because they stop it when the Lent starts. So that's Khamis al-Sakara. So the things that I'm talking about today are not necessarily linked to really very deep religious concepts, but also more cultural things, like the cultural habits that we have in Lebanon. So the first one is Khamis al-Sakara. Khamis al-Sakara is the last Thursday, Akhir Khamis, the last Thursday, Akhir Khamis, قبل الصيام, before the Lent. So in Arabic, Siyam is Lent, okay? Siyam. So Akhir Khamis, the last Thursday, قبل الصيام, before the Lent. So then we have the Sunday before the Lent. Again, families meet, people go to the church, they eat together as much as they can, because they stop eating meat and they stop eating dairy products, and some of them they stop eating tasty stuff for 40 days. So the last Sunday, we call it Ahad al-Marfa. Ahad al-Marfa, okay? So that's Ahad al-Marfa. Marfa, because they say بنرفع اللحمة, like we بنرفع عن أكل اللحمة is like you stop eating meat, okay? So that's why it comes from that verb, which is أحد المرفع, where you stop eating meat and all of that, and dairy products. So الناس ما بياكلوا لحمة, the people don't eat meat anymore after that Sunday. الناس ما بياكلوا, they eat is بياكلوا, they don't eat is ما بياكلوا. So الناس ما بياكلوا لحمة. My friends are doing the thumbs up, and my sister too. So okay, so الناس ما بياكلوا لحمة, the people don't eat meat. وما بياكلوا, we can also say bayad. Bayad is dairy products. You can say bayad, or you can say كل شيء من مشتقات الحيوان. كل شيء, everything, من, from, مشتقات الحيوان. مشتقات is anything derived from. That's how you say it. مشتقات الحيوان, derived from the animal, which means animal products. Okay, so الناس ما بياكلوا لحمة, they don't eat meat, وما بياكلوا bayad. And then the next day we have is the Tanin Rmed. تنين الرماد, but I'm pronouncing it as تنين الرماد, okay? Because the رماد is it starts with a ra, and the ra is a sun letter. So when you say تنين الرماد, you don't pronounce it as تنين الرماد. رماد means ash. تنين is Sunday. So far we said خميس السكارة, أحد, Sunday, أحد المرفع, the Sunday of stopping eating meat. And then we have تنين الرماد, which is Ash Monday. Some countries, I think they do it on Wednesday, Ash Wednesday they call it. In Lebanon they do it on the Monday, so that's why we call it تنين الرماد, the Monday of the ash, okay? So that's تنين الرماد. We can also say there is a verb to it when they put a cross here with the ash, they say نترمد. So الناس بيترمدوا. So رماد is the noun. The verb is to ash yourself. That's how we say it in Arabic. So الناس بيترمدوا. بيترمدوا is when they put the cross on their forehead. So that's تنين رماد, وبتنين رماد الناس بيترمدوا. The people put that cross. Okay. Traditionally speaking, a long time ago they used to do this. I personally haven't heard about it, to be honest, but I asked Tante Marlene, our neighbor, and she said on that Monday, the same Monday, a long time ago, there was a tradition where people used to meet in the afternoon, and they used to gather and they used to go picnics and stuff like that, and they used to eat again like vegetarian food with no meat and all of that. And that day as well, on that Monday, they used to also call it تنين الراهب. Rahib in Arabic means monk. تنين الراهب, the Monday of the monk. I don't know where the expression comes from, but that's how they used to do, apparently. So that's تنين الراهب. By the way, when it comes to Lent, people do it in different ways. Some people stop eating chocolate, some people stop eating crisps, anything you like. And some people don't eat until only midday, 12, and then they eat after 12. So maybe that's why this tradition, تنين الراهب, they used to eat maybe after 12, go together and eat. So as I said, the fasting itself is the Siyam or Lent, okay, Siyam. And to say we eat non-dairy products, again, there's a different way to say it. We say بناكل قاطع, بناكل قاطع, and قاطع is any food that doesn't have any meats and dairy products, and it's only made of vegetables and maybe oils and things like that. So that's قاطع. And the word قاطع comes from also the verb قطع يقطع, to cut. Here we're not really cutting something, but we're stopping from doing ourselves from doing something. So we are refraining from eating. So that's why that food is like kind of refrained food. That's how you are saying it. But it in fact means anything that doesn't have meats. So that's أكل قاطع, قاطع. Okay. Now, the next stage is, okay, so people do the Lent, they don't eat meat and all of that. And then comes what? Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday in Arabic is شعنينة, شعنينة. So, again, Palm Sunday, remember, it's شعنينة. Okay, so when Palm Sunday is over, there is the last week of the Lent. And this last week of the Lent, so آخر أسبوع, the last week, آخر أسبوع من الصيام, pronounced as من الصيام, آخر أسبوع من الصيام, they call it أسبوع الآلام. أسبوع, my friends are distracting me. Okay, so they call it أسبوع الآلام. Alam means sufferings, and when you say أسبوع الآلام, it's like you are saying the week of sufferings, okay? So that's why people like don't really, traditionally speaking especially, maybe now they don't do it as much, but traditionally speaking, maybe people don't go out to parties or things like that, because they consider that this was the week where Jesus was suffering. Oh, Jesus, by the way, is يسوع المسيح. Jesus, يسوع المسيح. Okay, so they consider that this is the week where Jesus was suffering, and they try to kind of create the same. Okay, so that's أسبوع الآلام. So in that أسبوع الآلام, I really like that week because there are so many traditions that we do. You always smell like nice baked cookies and cakes. Brioche, brioche is brioche, and ka'ak. Ka'ak is like the little cookies that we call them ka'ak. Okay, so there's, and ma'moul, we also have ma'moul. It's a very nice sweet as well, made of dough, and it has sometimes inside joz, which is walnuts, and fisto, which is, what is it called? Pistachios, and dates, okay, tamar. So tamar, joz, and what else did I say? Fisto. So tamar is dates, fisto is pistachios, and joz is walnuts. So that's ma'moul. Ma'moul is a very, very nice thing, and sweet cookie stuffed with things. If you're ever in Lebanon, you really, really have to try eating it. So that's ma'moul. And then we have brioche. We pronounce it brioche. And people who want to pretend they are Frenchy, they say brioche, brioche. And then we have the ka'ak. So I like the fact that we do that in the houses. People really, really decorate their homes as if it's Christmas, almost like it's Christmas, like lots of rabbits and eggs and I don't know, like, you know, you name it. It's like a little farm. The house becomes like a little farm. So these occasions are very, very important for the Lebanese. And women especially, like it's a tradition for women and older women to cook and bake in their houses. So that's during Usbu' al-Alam. And then comes a day called Khamis al-Asrar. Khamis al-Asrar, it's when, they call it in English the Last Supper, when Jesus had his last supper. So that's why we call it Khamis al-Asrar. What was it? Al-Asha al-Sirri. Al-Asha al-Sirri literally is the secret dinner. Asha is dinner. And then Sir is a secret. Okay. So, sirri is like a secrety. That's how you say it in Arabic. So, al-asha sirri, the secret dinner. We call it in English the Last Supper, but in Arabic you say the secret dinner. And that secret dinner is, we also refer to it as a Thursday of the secrets, which is Khamis al-Asrar. Okay? On that Khamis al-Asrar day, again, it depends on your taife. Okay? Some people from different denominations, they like to visit 7 churches. So let me say this in Arabic. الناس, the people, الناس بيزوروا. بيزور is he visits, بيزوروا is they visit. Okay, so الناس بيزوروا الناس بيزوروا 7 كنايس, 7 churches. Okay. The secret dinner, yes. Okay, so الناس بيزوروا 7 كنايس. كنيسة in Arabic is in the singular form. كنايس is in the plural form. بيزوروا 7 كنايس. They visit 7 churches. Okay, so الناس بيزوروا 7 كنايس. The people visit 7 churches. Now, after this day comes Good Friday. You know it as well. It exists in the West. Good Friday is الجمعة العظيمة. عظيمة is great. الجمعة pronounced as الجمعة العظيمة with a liaison. That's the Great Friday. That's how we say Good Friday in Arabic. We say the Great Friday, الجمعة العظيمة. Sometimes people refer to it as الجمعة الحزينة as well. حزين in Arabic means sad. حزينة is the singular form. So that's why الجمعة is a feminine word. That's why we say الحزينة, الجمعة الحزينة. But most of the times in Lebanon, at least, they call it الجمعة العظيمة, which is Good Friday. And then on Saturday, we call it سبت النور. Nur is light. Sabt al-Nur, the Saturday of the light. Sabt al-Nur is the Saturday of the light because people, and also at 12, midday, you can hear churches ring their bells because they believe Jesus has risen. So that's Sabt al-Nur. And some people stop their Lent at midday, and some people stop their Lent at midnight Saturday. So when they stop their Lent, we say بفكوا الصيام. بفك literally means he unties, to untie something. بفكوا الصيام, بفكوا الصيام is they untie their fasting, which means they stop fasting. So بسبت النور on the Saturday of the light الناس بفكوا الصيام. They untie their fasting, which means they stop their fasting. Okay, so that's سبت النور. And finally we have the Sunday, the Easter Sunday, and that's عيد الفصح. عيد الفصح, which is Easter, عيد الفصح. And people say عيد فصح سعيد, but this is not common to say in Lebanon, to be honest. Maybe in standard Arabic people use it, yes, but in Lebanon we don't say عيد فصح سعيد. What people most of the time say, either in French, they say joyeuse Pâques, joyeuse Pâques, that's in French, which means happy Easter, or they say المسيح قام, المسيح قام. Literally they are saying Jesus has risen, قام. Okay, قام, also if you use it in Lebanese dialect, we pronounce it قام. But when it comes to this expression, we don't say المسيح قام. No, we just say مسيح قام, because when you say قام, it's like, you know, somebody, when I, look, قمت, I stood up. So قام, يقوم, is to stand up as well. So when we say المسيح قام, we shouldn't use قام. Okay, المسيح قام, Jesus has risen. Okay, and when you say this to people, so that's how you say Happy Easter. You say Jesus has risen, and they reply, they respond, and they say حقا قام, really, حقا قام. It's a standard Arabic expression, by the way. المسيح قام, حقا قام. It's not a Lebanese Arabic, pure Lebanese Arabic expression, but it's used in Lebanon. المسيح قام, حقا قام. I reply and say حقا قام, which means truly he has risen. Okay, and okay, let me tell you one last thing that we do during this Easter Sunday. As I said, during that week the whole house gets decorated. We color eggs, we decorate eggs, but during that lunch, after lunch, of course, when we have lots of desserts and all of that, people also play with eggs. Everybody chooses one egg, and we try to choose the strongest egg. We try, like, we do this on our teeth to try to choose really the strongest egg, because every two people play with with each other's eggs, basically, and whoever loses moves to the next person, and then in the end there will be one winner who has his egg unbroken, and that would be the winner of the day. Okay, so that action of cutting each other's eggs, we say من فقس بيت. فقس is how do you say فقس in English? Maybe crash. من فقس بيت. It means we crush each other's eggs. So that's من فقس بيت is the verb, and the action of it is تفقيس. تفقيس بيت. تفقيس. That's the verbal noun. Okay. تفقيس بيت. Do we do anything else? I think that's it. We don't do anything else. And on the Monday of the okay, they're laughing about تفقيس البيت. Okay, and finally on the Monday, on Easter Monday, it depends again on your cracking eggs. My friend just said it to me. We crack eggs, so that's فقس بيت. Okay, and on the Monday, so like for example the Armenians in Lebanon, it depends on your denomination. As I said, different people have different habits. That some people on that Monday, Armenians go to visit the dead, because they think that after every Eid, which means celebration, they have to pay tribute to the dead, and they do this. I think I went through all our traditions. I don't know if I forgot any tradition. If I have, maybe some of you guys can remind me, but I think that's it. I know I spoke too much, and I know I included too many expressions, but don't worry, because when I finish this lesson, I will make sure to write all of these expressions under this video in the comment box, so that you would have the time to read them, to go through them. And of course, as usual, I am here to answer all of your questions. And before I go, I'm going to say Joyeuse Pâques, Happy Easter, المسيح قام. What are you going to say to me? حقا قام. Say حقا قام. And pregnant, I can also say Eid Fusah Saeed, but that would be a bit formal to use in Lebanon. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Look at my face. It's so red because I'm so nervous. This is the first time I go live on YouTube, but hopefully it will become a habit and I will get used to it. And that's it. I send you my best wishes. Stay safe. Oh, and stay positive. It's not easy to stay positive sometimes. We all have our ups and downs, but stay strong, stay positive. And my friends are encouraging me and they are saying I did well. Yalla bye. بشوفكن بكرة. Bye.